Hi, and welcome to Lutherwood's Employment Services Terms of Service. This video will provide a brief introduction to all of our terms of service and what you need to know. 1. Employment Services provides employment, self-employment, and housing support services for people in the Waterloo Region and Wellington County and area. Our staff will work with you to develop an action plan to help you achieve your goals. 2. Assessment meeting. At your first meeting, we will talk to you about the service you may need. Together, we will determine the kind of help Lutherwood can offer, initial goals, and whether or not Lutherwood Employment Services is the best source of help for you in your situation. If necessary, we will refer you to another service. 3. Cancellation Policy. We understand that there may be times you will need to cancel an appointment. It is your responsibility to contact us to make alternative arrangements. We ask that you provide us with 24 hours notice of cancellation whenever possible. 4. Service exclusions. If you are under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or if your behavior seems verbally or physically threatening during your meetings with us, you may be asked to leave. It will be your responsibility to schedule another appointment. 5. Confidentiality. Your conversations with us are kept confidential. Since we work as a team, what is said may be shared with supervisors and/or with other employment or housing workers within Lutherwood's employment services to better support you. All employment services staff are ethically bound to maintain confidentiality, and information provided to us cannot be shared without your consent except as noted in Item 7. 6. Exceptions to the rule of confidentiality. A. When you give written permission to have information from the sessions communicated to another person. For this to happen, a release of information must be signed by you. B. When you are clearly at risk to hurt yourself or others, as when there is a danger of suicide or assault. C. When you disclose that a child has been sexually or physically abused or neglected, or that a child might be at serious risk of abuse as determined by the staff person. This includes 1. When domestic violence is reported and there is a child or children in the home. 2. The situation where a client discloses that they have been abused in childhood and there is a possibility that the abuser may be a danger to the other children now. In these situations, we are legally bound to report to Family and Children's Services of the Waterloo Region or Wellington County. D. When the staff person is mandated by a court order to disclose information, as can happen if there are legal proceedings, and the file can be subpoenaed and the staff person can be ordered to testify in court. E. If you or your child disclose sexual abuse by a regulated health professional, for example, a physician, a psychologist, nurse, or dentist, we are required to make a report to the relevant professional college. Note that the law is clear and specific that to protect children from harm, we are obligated to report suspected abuse or neglect. 7. Client complaint process. A. Lutherwood strives to provide the best possible programs and services to individuals, families, and communities. If you have a concern about the service you are receiving or feel you are not being treated fairly, Lutherwood needs to know about this concern and is committed to resolving all complaints. B. The first step is to speak with the staff member involved. If you feel your issue has not been resolved, you should then put your concerns in writing to the program supervisor or manager and/or set a meeting with the program supervisor or manager. C. There will never be any negative consequences as a result of a client making a complaint. We are committed to ensuring that the complaints procedure is resolved as quickly as possible and will involve management and our board if needed. You also have the option of having any staff member help you to communicate your concerns and provide support. D. If you need additional information about our complaints process, please speak to any one of our employees. 8. Records. When you enter one of Lutherwood's programs, a record or file is opened. This record is kept to document and track the involvement that you have had with one of Lutherwood's programs, goals you've worked on, strategies and skills provided, and any recommendations at the end of your participation in our programs. This record will include information collected during your involvement with Lutherwood, such as previous involvement with other organizations, as requested with your written consent, consents and authorizations, action plans, assessments, and medical and school information, if this information is provided. During your participation in a program and after your record is closed, your file is stored in a double-locked environment for a period of 7 years, after which time all information is shredded and deleted from our electronic records. You may request information from your record by setting up an appointment with the program manager. They will arrange a time for the two of you to meet and to review your record. It is important to us that you have the opportunity to understand the information contained in your record and for you to ask any questions that may arise during the appointment. You may also request corrections to your personal information at any time. This completes Lutherwood's Employment Services Terms of Service video. A copy of the Employment Services Terms of Service is available in your welcome package. Please speak to any staff member if you require an additional copy of the Terms of Service. For questions regarding the Terms of Service, please speak to your employment advisor for more information.